I'm Amber Saunders, your trusted estate planning attorney, and today we're tackling one of the most common questions I get. How big does my estate need to be to justify setting up a trust? You might be thinking you need $1 million or more, but the truth is it's not that simple to decide. So I'm going to break it down for you. There are a lot of factors at play, but today we're going to focus on a revocable living trust, the most popular type of trust for people looking to avoid probate. So what's probate? It's that sometimes expensive, often time-consuming court process that your family has to go through to transfer your assets after you're gone. Trusts can help avoid all of that. Here's the thing, it does not matter if you have $500,000 or $5 million. The real question is, what type of assets do you have? If you've got a house, a brokerage account, or business interest in your name when you pass away, then those assets can be frozen until your heirs go through probate. That's where a living trust can help. Your successor trustee can step in right away and transfer your assets to your loved ones without waiting on a court to decide when that will happen. But here's where people get it wrong. Some folks think that you need a trust if you've got a big estate, say over $1 million. That's simply not true. Even if your estate is smaller, if you have multiple properties, for example, like in one state or another, then they'll have to do probate in multiple states, or own assets that you don't necessarily have beneficiaries for. A trust can save your family the hassle of going through probate in each of those states and having to deal with those things for those assets without beneficiaries. On the other hand, if most of your assets are already or only those with beneficiary designations like IRAs, life insurance, brokerage accounts, with transfer on death designations, then you might not need a trust if you want those assets to go to them outright. In those cases, the assets will transfer to your heirs without probate anyway. So if you've got all your accounts set up with beneficiaries and your only major asset is your home, a simple will might be enough if there's no mortgage, or if you're not worried about them being able to go ahead and get that one property through probate. Let's take a look at when setting up a trust makes sense. One, if you own real estate in multiple states, for sure. Two, if you have minor children or heirs who need protection from spending too quickly, or an heir who might need benefits, and you want to make sure that whatever their inheritance would be does not affect those benefits they receive. If you own businesses or investment properties, and if you want to avoid probate and keep things private. But I also get it that most folks might be worried about the cost of setting up a trust. You're thinking, Amber, I don't have a multi-million-dollar estate and I'm trying to save every penny I can, and that's fair. For some families, a simple will-based plan is more affordable and makes sense because your assets and the transfer is straightforward. At the end of the day, it's not about whether you have a trust or a will. It's about making sure your plan works for you and your family. Are your health care and financial decisions laid out? Do you have the right people in place to manage things when you can't? Those are the questions that matter most. So do you need a trust? It depends on your family, your asset, and your goals. But remember, estate planning is about more than just documents. It's about protecting your legacy and making sure that your loved ones are taken care of when you can't be there. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, be sure to like or subscribe to our YouTube page for more tips about how to protect what matters most. Remember, your future is worth planning for. Let's make sure it's in good hands.